Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and the madness of the Darkmoon Faire will go live probably in like 4 hours after this video goes live, or it's probably already live when you're watching this. But anyways, I wanted to go over my top 5 picks for both Standard and Wild, which cards would be the best, where are going to be the best cards, so bold predictions of what the best cards will be, and then you can look back at this in like a week or two and look how stupid I am. But I thought I'd give my picks for all that. But before we get started, I just want to thank everybody. This is the first video I have recorded since we had our big rant about Blizzard lying to us, all the stuff about the Battle Pass, and I just want to thank everyone for the immense support you guys have shown me on this channel. It was insane. I did not expect that reaction. I was just venting, sharing my feelings, and hoping to push some other people to get their, to put their word out there. And we've had Dexter, Solemn, Regis, and other people comment on this whole situation. And that's huge. That's good. The more pressure we put on Blizzard, maybe the less they'll be inclined to do this kind of thing in the future, trying to pull a fast one or, not put something out in a good quality. So thank you guys for that. And if you're new to the channel, hopefully you guys enjoy this kind of content, because we're not all ranting and raving around here. What we really love to do is talk about Hearthstone, talk about cards, look forward to stuff, look back in the past with like tier lists and all that stuff, and just have a good time. Enjoy Hearthstone and just talk Hearthstone. So let's do that. Let's take a look at the best cards in both Standard and Wild, or at least what I think they'll be. So starting in Wild at number 5, I'm actually going to go way off the board. This is a long shot, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to call out Petting Zoo, a Hunter card, to be the 5th best card in Wild. This probably isn't going to happen. Hunter is just so bad in Wild, but I feel like if this card is good enough, it might be able to do it. Maybe Secret Hunter, because there's so much good stuff in Wild with Secret Hunter. You have like Wandering Monster, you have the Spellstone, you have Zul'jin, you have all of this good stuff. You have like Kindly Grandmother, a lot more early game. You can do Master's Call. There's like so much potential with Hunter and Wild if it has the right early game. And Petting Zoo, with that 3-mana spell, get a 3/3 and maybe more. You have like a 3-mana Spellstone, and then you can play the 4-drop that gets you 2/2s, the 4-mana 7/7 into another Spellstone. It can be incredible. There's potential there. Maybe it can work. So I'm going to go off the board. Petting Zoo is going to bring Secret Hunter back to the map, get it to be like a tier 3 or tier 2 deck in the next expansion. Number 5, best standard card, I'm going to go with the Priest card, Palm Reading. This is a 3-mana spell, discover a spell, and it makes all other cards or other spells in your hand cost 1 less, and that includes the spell you discover, so that's pretty important. And Priest right now loves spells, and especially 1-mana spells, and Palm Reading can just make your entire hand basically free with just one hit. Like, it'll make so many spells cheap. And my number 4 is going to go along with that, but it's just an incredibly powerful effect. And of course, you're generating a spell. For 3 mana, it's definitely overcosted, but when you're getting this mana reduction in a class that loves generating spells, I can't see it not being incredibly impactful and a really strong addition to Priest, which is already very strong in the current standard metagame. Number 4, best wild card, I believe, will be Cage Match Custodian. 2-mana 2/2 Shaman minion that Battlecry draws a card or a weapon from your deck, and this is just such a good auto-include into Even Shaman. You can just throw this in there and you get your Splitting Axe. You might want to run Jade Claws again, or the spell damage weapon, whatever. There's potential. You're just going to throw this in there. It's a good 2-drop. It draws. Even Shaman struggles with that. Some of them run Panthera to get some cycle, but I just don't see how that slots in. Even Shaman's a good deck, and you can also play this in other decks, like Jade Shaman. Get the Jade Claws, as I mentioned, or just like an Aggro Shaman, get Doomhammer. You even consider it like maybe a Shutterwalk Shaman, where you're running the legendary weapon for some reason. I don't know why. You might want to do it. Anyways, I think the card will fit into multiple archetypes, especially Even Shaman, and is just a really solid addition to the format. The number 4 best minion for Standard is also a Priest card, Nasamani Bloodweaver, the 3-mana 2/5 minion. Every time you cast a spell, 1 card in your hand costs 1 less, and it's random. This card is insane. This card is nuts, especially with Palm Reading. Again, like I said, Priest loves spells, cheap spells, and you're going to Palm Read and get a bunch of cheap 0 mana spells, right? All your 1 mana spells are 0 mana. And then you have a bunch of minions, and you just pop off and you pull off these ridiculous turns. You're going to be able to cheat out big minions really quickly. It's going to get out of control. And with all the generation, with Raised Dead, with the Studies card getting dragons, it's going to be crazy. I actually think Priest is going to be nuts. I think they got some of the best stuff. That's why 2 Priest cards are on the standard list. It's just really powerful, and I can't see it, again, like Palm Reading, not being a very impactful card on the standard meta. The number 3 wild card is Occult Conjurer, the 4 mana 4/4 mage minion. If you have a secret up, you summon a copy of this. This is just slots into Secret Mage. It's just so good in Secret Mage. They don't have a good turn 4 play right now. Some people run Polkel to get Alaneth. This just slots in there perfectly. You almost always have a secret up on turn 4. You're playing Arcanologist, you're playing Mad Science, you're playing Ancient Mysteries, you're playing Kirin Tor Mage, Cabal Lackey. You're going to have a secret up, and then you curve into a 4 mana 8/8 while you're developing these early game minions that are cheating out secrets that defend your minions. You just snowball the game, and you can just burn people out with Cloud Prince, with Medivh's Valet. It's just a matter of what card you cut in, but you're going to cut a card to fit in a 4 mana 8/8. It's just a no-brainer to me. This card is incredibly powerful in Secret Mage, and might even see play in like a Reno Secret Mage where you have Ice Block up reliably, things like that. So really powerful card in Wild. Look out for it. Secret Mage is definitely back on track. Number 3 in Standard is 2 cards. I'm kind of cheating here, but they really go so well together. And that's Foxy, Fraud, and Swindle. It's a 2 mana 3/2 minion. Your next combo card costs 2 less. And then Swindle, you know, you can combo this and draw a card, or draw a minion and draw a spell if it's combo. Otherwise, you draw a minion. Anyways, incredibly powerful. These cards are good on their own. Well, I guess Foxy Fraud's not good on its own because you need a combo card. But think about it with like Wand Thief, with Edwin, Evil Miscreant, just any combo card. It's just insane, and it just goes ridiculously well with Swindle. You're playing a 2 mana 3/2 draw 2. That's really strong. It's very powerful. These cards are going to be a staple in Rogue because, I mean, Rogue loves their combo cards. They love drawing cards. They love cheating mana, and this accomplishes all of that. So look out for Foxy, Fraud, and Swindle. They're going to be very powerful in Rogue. The number 2 wild card that I believe will be the strongest from the set is a repeat here. I mentioned in Standard, but yes, Palm Reading is that good in my opinion. Again, 3 mana, you discover a spell, you discount the spells in your hand. This card is just perfect in Reno Priest. You can discount your board clears on turn 3, whether it be like Mass Hysteria, Psychic Scream, cards like that, or just discount a Shadow Visions, discount a Renew, help set up combo cards turns later. You can discount a Kazakus Potion. But the other issue is it can be really good in Big Priest. You can cheat Shadow Essence, Spellstone, Psychic Scream, all that kind of stuff. Mass Resurrection. It's incredibly powerful there. As well, if you can Shadow Vision, change Shadow Visions into Palm Reading, and Palm Reading and just create a bunch of mana cheat, and it accelerates Big Priest's plan of cheating out minions a lot quicker. Will it make Big Priest good enough to be competitive again? I don't know. I've heard both sides of the argument. I think it will. But regardless, even if it doesn't, Palm Reading is incredible in Reno Priest and will be a very powerful card in Wild. The number 2 best standard card I'm going to give to the Bladed Lady. It's a 6 mana 6/6 rush minion for Demon Hunter, and if you have 6 attack or more, it's 1 mana. And it just slots perfectly, in my opinion, into Soul Fragment Demon Hunter. You literally, all you have to do is play a Marrow Slicer, and then you just play a Twin Slice, or a Lapidary, or Chaos Strike, and there you go. You can cheat out a 1 mana 6/6, and that is incredibly powerful. You can just Lapidary Hero Power, that does it as well. That's like, what, a 7 mana play, and you get a 5/5, 6 damage, plus a 6/6 with Rush. Just ridiculous. The only downside to this card is how it can screw with your hand. Like, if you have Bladed Lady stuck on your left, and you don't have a way of cheating her out, it could screw up your skull, but you have issues already like that with certain cards like Blade Dance with Silence, all of that. That issue has existed before and won't hold it back. And right now, Soul Fragment Demon Hunter is one of the best decks right now in Standard, and I don't see it falling off a ton. I don't see a ton of new archetypes really blowing things out of the water like we saw in Scholomance, but you never know. Maybe it doesn't, but it doesn't even have to be there. It could be in other Demon Hunter decks. It's not hard to get 6 attack, and the Bladed Lady is just so good, so efficient, and, you know, it's just kind of a ridiculous card. And our top wild card, number 1 ranked, is Carnival Barker, the Paladin minion. It's a 3-mana 3/2. Once you summon a 1 health minion, you give it +1 and +2 in stats. This is just going to be ridiculously good in Odd Paladin. You play this, it's like the Divine Shield Girl, maybe a little worse, maybe not, but you click the button, you're buffing your guys every time. You get +2, +4 in stats. Every time. You play a Lost in the Jungle, that's +2, like, it gets out of control. You have to kill this, and it's going to be an insane threat. And Odd Paladin is getting a lot of other stuff that I didn't list here, but I think this is the strongest card they're getting, and it's just going to elevate Odd Paladin to, it's already like a tier 1, tier 2 deck. It's already really strong. It's just going to help it out even more, just to get that board, never lose it, and then just kill your opponent with an onslaught of buffed dudes. And lastly, my number 1 pick for the most powerful card in Standard is Yog Saron, the Old God. Yes, I do believe spinning the wheel is going to be incredibly powerful. We all know how good Old Yog was, and guess what? Old Yog's not even that bad in Wild right now. It's not the worst. And yeah, Old Yog is arguably worse than this card. Getting the rush minions, getting random 0-mana spells, potentially pyroblasting, just casting what Old Yog used to do, or just destroying the board and making a giant minion are all incredibly powerful things. There's plenty of decks that love to cast 10 spells. You have like Libram Paladin, you have a mage, like Tempo Mage, Priest will run this, like tons of decks, Druid as well. And yeah, Yog will just scam games and do what Yog does best. Random, ridiculous nonsense. And yeah, sometimes he'll screw you, but more often than not, he'll do amazing work, and Yog is just good to dictate a lot of games, steal a lot of games, create a lot of Trollden highlights, and make me lose this beautiful head of hair. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to pull it all out when I die to Pyroblast, but I'm also going to play double Yog later today. So if you're watching this video, and I'll be streaming around 5 p.m. PST, check out the stream. We're going to be playing some double Yog, Druid in Wild, both Yogs. Check out the stream. Those are my picks for the cards. Again, thank you everybody for all the support. It's been amazing. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.